Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the fourth installment. The third installment, or it's either the third or the ninth, depending on your point of view. Installment of the Werewolf of Ashfires. We have a brand new party for you. Well, a half brand new party for you. So we're going to introduce our new players. They are Apollo, who is playing Swole, and McTacky, who is playing Lupus. You might know Apollo from Deadly Dungeon and Fatal One, and I feel like there were other things, but I can't remember them all right now.
He's got a wiki page. You can look him up.
Yeah,
I've
got my own wiki page. I'm that cool, but I'm not that cool.
Mm-hmm. And he also runs campaigns on his own channel. And we also have the ever-present McTacky here playing Lupus, who runs the wiki and featured heavily on Shenanigans. And I think almost everyone here was in Legend of Yaka and other, the people are around. These are core community members who are here for all the things. So welcome to the game. Thank you for coming and playing with us. We already have tokens and characters set up. That's why it took so long to come back from break, is because we set that up ahead of time instead of awkwardly during the session, which is just how we do it anymore. And learning from our former parties, we now have 3 strength-based fighters and 1 defensive fighter for the party. So can we get a quick introduction to our new characters before we dig in? Starting with Pink Dot.
Absolutely, the manliest color. I will be playing today Chaz. I am the twin brother of Swole, and we were champion pumpkin throwers growing up in town. And as you naturally do, as a town champion, you become part of the town guard. And we are here to clean up the mess that this wrestling having group before us just created for the town.
Excellent. And the one with the purple dot, who are you?
I am Lupus, a town guard who's more than a detective, but he's here to just investigate things mostly. And he's also got a handle on history as well.
Excellent.
More no nonsense.
More straightforward, knowing things, doing things.
Yeah, but he's still a cop, so he's corrupt. But yeah.
Got it. Okay, I was wondering if we're gonna have like the one good cop with all the other ones, but pumpkin throwers and a detective, all corrupt. Excellent. And the orange dot.
Yes, orange for the pumpkins that we threw in our youth. Champions for a day, and we've been chasing that feeling ever since. So Swolton, or Swole as everyone calls him, is the slightly older twin brother of Chaz. And as the older brother, I'm constantly looking after Chaz and want to make sure he's okay.
Don't let him fool you.
Yeah, well, things have been turning a little bit in that department, taking care of my baby bro, because my eyesight's been going bad a little, but I haven't told anyone. But things have not, I think my brother's noticed that my performance has been going down a little bit, but I've been very irritable and not approachable.
And last but not least, we have the blue dot.
Yeah, I'm playing Thad, not Thaddeus, straight Thad. No long names here. Thad's, as we learned from last time, Thad's about 5'4", about 325 pounds. He is the epitome of what he needs to be an effective guard. Large, gets in the way, and that's what we're here for. Do all the appropriate things.
Are you part dwarf?
No. We're just a big human, okay? We like the food.
But you also said 5'4", right? You're kind of short for a guy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, not everyone's blessed with height.
That's true.
We just got blessed with a lot of inches. Just some of them were around the waist. That's just kind of how it goes.
Circumference is a thing.
It is. It's, just he didn't get all the height, but he got all the waist. It's just kind of how it goes.
And as we learned from our last segments, sitting on things is very effective.
Extremely.
Yeah. Well, you wake up on the day after the last cycle of the moon. There's no more danger of people in town turning into werewolves, not for another 28 days or 27 days or however, not for many, many weeks. It should be fine. Unfortunately, of the 4 guards that went out with the werewolf who swore to never come back, only 2 came back alive, both injured, both assumed to be infected with lycanthropy at this point in time.
Into the pit.
but it's not the full moon cycle.
Yeah.
Might as well just put them into the ocean, end it all.
Mm.
Well, I thought we were more progressive here in this town. I thought we were just going to expand the dungeon. Just about 8 rooms, I think, is what we need. Maybe 12. Not real sure.
How long it took us to make that one already?
Yeah, we got 28 days. We need to step it up here.
You're not the one who has to do the budget.
Our philosophy on, accepting these dangerous werewolves in our town. We're making a lot of exceptions for these people.
They only dangerous for like 24 hours a month. Okay, we just need to figure it out. That's not very much. It's not that much time.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, during that time, if we could just find a way to direct their efforts, I think we could do a lot of good things. Maybe make a cage like a wheel so they can run in there. They could power some stuff. I don't know.
What's power?
Are you
for the hammers or for like the grain mill so they could spin it around or something?
Well, why don't you knit them a tea cozy and bring them fresh flowers? And
they just eat those. That's a waste of time. What are you talking about?
Fruit of the season. God, you gonna just bend over backwards for them?
No, I'm not gonna bend over at all. I'm pretty close to the ground. It doesn't take me very long. I can pretty much just touch it standing up.
Well, it sounds like you're gonna be a stool for them.
Let me tell you what. I might be, because if I don't get in my house and they don't have a place to go, I ain't getting away from them. That's for sure.
They're diseased.
I'm kind of fast.
We need to be done with them.
Look, if we keep them around, it's going to attract more werewolves. I mean, we had
next. You're going to tell me to round up the dogs and kill them all. This is bullshit.
That happened last night.
Yeah, if you slept through yesterday's shenanigans, all the dogs in town have been gathered and culled. They're all dead.
Oh, well, wild dogs or all the dogs?
All the non-working dogs.
Strays. It was the ones and that feral dogs. Weren't claimed by somebody in town.
No, I'm just saying, it took all the town's budget to make the first dungeon, but now we have to make another one in a month.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. People have got other things to be doing right now. They've got things to be harvesting. They got wheat to be threshed. Season? Well,
not if they don't want to live. If they want to die, we can do some other stuff for 28 days. We don't get this pit dug, we all gonna die.
Yeah, but if no one harvests food, we're gonna starve over the winter.
I guess we could double up on the cells. People we already know put them all in together.
More mouths.
I hope you all turn same time-ish.
More bodies to warm. Chaz, you gonna weigh in?
I've been thinking about it. If they are werewolves, you really think you can drown them? I watched that debacle last night. They stabbed a dude through his chest, his back, his legs. There was no blood to be found. I watched him wriggle his arms back into position. It might not be as easy as you think to get rid of him. Maybe it's better to, lock him up rather than the grisly scenes that I was watching.
Well, I was there with you. I can't believe there's no blood, first of all. That was some craziness. Maybe we're looking at this the wrong way. Maybe that's how we practice people to stab things, because it don't hurt them. We just show them where it is and kind of how it works. I don't know.
I'm fine with that, but wouldn't the public think that's cruel and unusual?
Yeah, well, we know it don't kill them.
Yeah, but it's cruel and unusual. I mean, the public are going to get annoyed with us if we do that.
Cruel.
Only some of them.
And these are fellow cops.
They're cursed. The cruelness is innate. There's nothing to argue about. They've been turned evil.
The thin blue line, we always protect our own.
Well, yeah. That's why I said some of them. We'd have to do all of them. We can make the big hamster wheel for some of them.
Oh,
and make a
non-guards
big
are
tower
like this.
that turns
Okay, that's
around.
fine.
I think we can make some amusements here. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
This
I'm
could
just
be a
saying,
real cool place.
Any infected guards should be exempt from this.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
Just some of the townsfolk.
Yeah.
Just
Was
a little
there-
step.
I'm sorry, did I miss... Was there a proposal on the table to restrain them, not by building a dungeon, but by staking them to the ground or to a wall?
It was more of a cage, but smaller cage.
Cool. Just checking. Yeah.
We also thought about making a Ferris wheel. A lot of options on the table here. A lot of options.
Well, I think a merry-go-round's more realistic. But yeah, Ferris wheel, if you got the steel.
I'm intrigued by this Ferris wheel thing. Do you think we could make money by having people from other towns come and
Loads of
see the
copper.
werewolves?
Loads and loads
It would
of
be
copper.
like a tourist attraction. We could
I think we
put them
could.
on display like a show. Show everyone the werewolves of Ashfire.
But the problem
Good.
is, this werewolf's going to go to those other towns now because he can't come to our town. So they're going to have their own werewolves to compete with ours.
So we have to track him down to make sure that doesn't happen.
So
that we have a monopoly on werewolf carnival attractions.
yes.
This is true. This is true. I don't know. Those last guys, well, we got 2 of them already been bit. Maybe we can get them to come out of retirement for a little bit.
Yeah.
Help
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
That way there's not so much risk, Only 2 out of 4, they already got a problem. We all don't need to have the same problem.
Yeah. You up for that, Spirit?
Spirits
I don't
lying
know.
there. Ow! Right. So the party talks about these plans, but generally, it can be a day of rest. The werewolves are gone. The werewolf itself isn't coming back. There's no way it's coming back. And the good people of the town are going about their business. So we're going to expand the dungeon a little bit. We're going to talk about this Ferris wheel and the giant hamster wheel and the pincushion cage and, the attractions that can be made and whatnot. And we can sort of pass a little bit of time here as the town expands the dungeon and these plans come into fruition and unfold. But we're going to come back into game 2 weeks later. Still 2 weeks out from the full moon. Our party is on watch one night. Because you still got to have watch, even if the werewolf themselves are, not really a major threat here. But it's the night of the new moon, which means it's pretty dark out. And the party is called to attention by the running of one of the peasants that lives down here on the south side of town. And they are calling the town guards, "Wolves! Wolves in the fields! Guards, come quick! Wolves in the fields!"
Chaz,
found
do you
out-
hear that? There's wolves in the fields.
I do. Quick, get the pumpkins. We always keep them at the ready.
I get
produce
the shield and spear.
Let's go.
Dad slowly pulls up his pants, begins putting his feet out in a good waddle, and gets them moving as fast as he can. It's surprisingly the same speed as everybody else. No one can explain it, but
Our party can head down in these fields, down to the south side of town, where I am going to drag us to a new map.
It's the new moon, you said?
It is the new
Yes.
moon, meaning it's
Oh,
dark.
It is poorly lit, and I am stumbling and finding my way off the road constantly and into people's yards and into bushes.
Is there a particular vision problem that Swole has?
Yeah, his sight has just been kind of going blurry a little bit. So seeing distinguishing shapes and detail is very difficult, but he's been relying on his hearing more and more. So I think as he realizes he's having a difficult time, he kind of falls back. He's like, I'll take up the rear. And he just is following the sounds of the footsteps in front of him.
Okay, so today's the 15th, right, Neal? Because it's the new moon.
We're not using the new calendar yet, so it is the D28th day.
Oh, good time to introduce the new calendar, Neal.
It's not finished yet. It's not finished. It's the 4th of the month. So
All
soon,
right.
though. So soon. our players come on down towards the bottom part of the town. This is the edge where the last buildings are and the fields lie beyond. And coming across the fields, together in a group, are a pack of wolves. They look like ordinary, normal, everyday wolves, but normally when the wolves come into town, they sort of like attack just barns, and they come in as like a mechanism to like feast on livestock and then get out. They're not here to sort of prowl and harass and terrorize, but there is this pack of 6 wolves who are walking slowly across the fields together and coming.
Chaz doesn't understand this. He's kind of dumb. And he just sees wolves that need scaring off. So he takes his pumpkins in his hand. He's like, get out of here, y'all! And he just starts chucking pumpkins at the werewolves, expecting them to scatter and making loud noises.
I've got the same celery as him.
Throw me a pumpkin, Chaz.
Absolutely. We shall make... I'll just make a strength check here. At 13 with my pumpkin chucking.
Oh, that's a great throw. I'm not sure which of these tokens is yours because they're all the same exact token.
This one is me with the pink. With the pink.
Okay.
I thought we were using the same colors. My apologies.
I'm gonna change my Apollo Nick roll 20 color to orange so that's the same.
Oh, okay. That will be easier. Thank you.
I'm using the same color as my color.
Right.
Mind you, I'm the
purple.
only different one. So
Purple,
yeah.
purple, orange, blue, pink and teal. Oh, there we go. Now it's perfect. Excellent. You throw your pumpkin. It sails head over feet. And with a 13, you actually do strike a wolf. And the pumpkin splits open on the wolf, its guts and seeds falling out, littering the ground where new pumpkins will rise a year from now. After next harvest, the wolves give a low growl. Now, guards, before we engage in combat, because it's obvious that these wolves are here for blood. They're not here to like get some food and get out. There are murderous wolves. You know that wolves are kind of individually weak, but together they are strong. They have pack tactics, which means if there are 2 wolves against you like this, they have advantage on attack rolls. So you would know this as guards, that if you... When you're in a wide open area where they can maneuver easily, the wolves are quite strong. But when you're in like a narrow area where only one wolf can target a person at a time, they're much weaker. And so we're going to start off our segment here with a little bit of combat. And let's just roll initiative as the wolves come to feast.
Swole waits expectantly, waiting for the sound of like a cheer or a groan to confirm whether or not his brother hit the wolf.
I think that you don't get one for a moment. Like, there's probably like an extra like beat of anticipation before I'm like, I can't believe it just stood there and took it.
Good hit, brother.
Well
done. Well done.
Selected. Oh no, that's it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not. Yeah.
All good.
I think here I'll reselect my initiative.
I want a new seed.
Oh,
The seed in this game is garbage. I'm just...
Oh wait, no, that should be 812.
Yeah.
As is tradition, complaining out loud fixes the problem. So I just needed to go ahead and...
Absolutely.
Never worked for Ryan. Other Ryan.
His seed in that game was also garbage.
The first of the wolves will come on in. It is going to take its time. Where's my combat music, though?
We're not keeping the spooky music.
A little bit of both. The first wolf will take its time moving up. It begins to circle around the party a little bit, and it's going to do one of these. It will dash. Wolves have actually 40 movement. Oh, good. So it can go another 20 feet from there. And it'll come to this point. Our next
it up.
wolf will come here. And our next wolf will come here. And that will bring us to Lupus.
Right. Okay. All right. I think we should form a phalanx so they don't cut us down. So I'll move here and impose my shield. Not imposing now because they're not attacking, but doing a defensive action with my spear out and the shield up.
Excellent.
I'll leave it to the party to do the main attacks, but I can, do the off because they're all strength fighters. But yeah.
The next wolf is going to come back round this building over to this point. And that will leave us with Chaz as the wolves begin to surround the party, displaying cunning pack tactics and intelligence.
Actually, I think my token's out of order.
Yes, it is. Swole is next. Thank you.
So Swole can hear the wolves circling around, but there is clearly the shape of a dog in front of him here in the torchlight of this house. I'm assuming this torch is somewhere near the front door there. So I will, Swole will step forward. Spears have, wait, what is the range on spears?
They got reach, right?
Regular melee.
Oh.
Range, if you throw them is 20. Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, I'll just move up right here and attack with my spear.
Excellent. Your spear reaches out, and in the long tradition of guards of this town, stabs a canine.
All right, that's a 22 for 9 piercing damage.
That almost kills the wolf in one shot. You pierce it right through its side. You can hear the lungs collapse as the puppy begins to wheeze under the impact of the blow. Chaz will take a turn.
Ha! Well struck, brother. Truly never missed a step. And not to be outdone, I rush forward to this wolf here and to show a repeat performance. I am going to fight with a two-handed spear.
No shield?
No shield.
Oh, you thrust forward, but it does not hit the wolf. It is a dexterous creature, which will duck one way, feint to the other side, and get ready to pounce back at you as Thad takes a turn.
Thad looks forward, sees the one's got a pretty good stab wound. He looks over at the other one that got missed and said, I can do this. And with great speed, he waddles over.
Doesn't matter the length of your legs. You get there just as fast.
They move just real fast. Real fast. And he, looking over, goes, you got the right idea, Chaz. And with two hands, he stabs the wolf for 13.
That'll do it. Nice. Your shield leaving behind, your spear drives home.
That's not right, is it?
That's not right.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like on our sheets there's like 2 instances of...
Oh,
so it says 2 plus 2 piercing.
Oh, you get 2 instances of like all the things. This is fucked.
All right. Hold on, let's try
I'm just gonna
that one for 9.
Static ones.
Yeah, delete those bottom 4. 9 points of damage, also almost killing a wolf down to 1 HP, leaving us... That's actually the last person in the party.
Good work, everyone. Good work. Good work.
This wolf will come to play. Was that 40 feet? Yeah, I can make that. It will come over here, running, leaping. It jumps through the air at Chaz, its teeth out. It bites at advantage, so it gets 2 attack rolls. The 19 will land home, and it'll do 5 piercing damage to you, and you must succeed on a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Brother!
You're fine.
I succeed.
But you've still taken 5 damage.
I'll kill it quickly.
The next wolf. Ow! It will bound over here, through here, and... Ooh, was that 42? Is that beyond?
That was 42, yeah? That's what it said.
Yeah.
It can just barely not get into you and attack you in the same round. You get away this time.
Yeah, I was going to do the protection thing too, so...
Good. Well, this one up here will join its fellows, and it will come back to this backside, and it will chomp at the man with the blue dot over his head. With the bite... it's got pack tactics, so it rolls twice, definitely hits. 6 points of damage, and strength save or be knocked prone. I told you, in groups, them wolves are real dangerous.
I said not to split up.
This injured wolf is dead. It's not going to stay and fight at 1 HP. It will withdraw and then move. It's 40 feet and just back the fuck out. It's done.
Can I?
Something like a normal wolf.
Oh, is
in
it
that regard.
dodging to escape?
Withdrawing? That's a thing, right?
Disengaging.
Disengage. Thank you.
Disengage.
Sorry.
Okay.
Terminology. Same thing with this other injured wolf. 1 HP. It's not sticking around to fight. It leaves. They're not here to murder you at the cost of their own lives. Lupus, it is your turn.
All right. You take that one. I've got to get that one because they're getting pack tactics. I'll just then I explain that, and I walk over here and backstab. Well, it's not backstab in this edition. The wolf in front of me.
You come up behind it. You bring your spear forward and down onto the wolf side. 17 easily hits home. 5 points of damage brings the wolf to half its hit points. This one comes from around the building. Ow, ow, ow! And it, well, that's actually too far for it to go. Can it make it to here? Nope, it can't make it to any places. Gosh darn it. Well, it will come up and get ready to jump on your back next round. Leaving us with Swole.
Alrighty. Looking over his shoulder, he can't really see. I don't know. There's probably very dim, and it's very difficult with all these shapes and figures in the darkness or the dim light to figure out what exactly is going on. So he won't linger looking too long, and he'll attack the wolf in front of him with a 23.
Great hit.
For 6 piercing.
Less than half hit points remaining on that wolf.
Nice.
Chaz.
All right. There's a wolf injured right behind me that is granting pack tactics to everybody. So I will turn and thrust at that, attempting to fell it. With a 22, my spear strikes true for 8 points of piercing damage.
And the wolf is slain, impaled upon the spear, dead as a doornail.
Ha! I claim the first pelt.
Hold on. Yeah.
Oh, well done. And he's gonna slip around to the side of this wolf, and we're gonna stab him with 2 hands again, because to hell with you. For 15.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Go back and try again for 7 points of damage.
Excellent. The wolf is near to dead, but not quite there.
I'm gonna second one too. Can I do that? Yeah.
With 3 HP remaining, this wolf will disengage and go away. With 4 HP remaining, this wolf will disengage and go away. With 0 HP remaining, this wolf is dead. And last but not least, nope, this one's fleeing. Lupus's turn.
Is there a full defense action in this edition, or?
Yes, it's called dodge. Withdraw? What's it called?
Well, I'm not trying to be dexterous. I'm trying to be defensive. But
yeah, it gives enemies disadvantage on attack rolls against you if you can see them.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to get the wolf to just flee on its own rather than me having to kill it. So I just bang my shield and go defensive against it. Go, get out, go.
Yeah, and that's going to work here. Because all its friends are gone, and now it's alone, and it will, seeing you just do that, it will do a full run. No withdrawal, no disengage, just bolt.
Yeah, I wasn't going to attack opportunity, so yeah.
Remaining party members, do you want to chase down these wolves, or are you content to let them run away?
I saw my twin brother strike 2 of these wolves before they ran away, and I, of course, missed one. So to make up the difference in my competitive way, I'm going to turn and huck my spear towards this wounded wolf over here.
Yeah.
Within range. As it flees, I'm going to try to take it down.
And you throw.
This is going to be dexterous, so it's actually going to be plus 3 to hit, so I'm just gonna do it this way. So that's a 16.
That will do it. The wolf has but 3 hit points.
I will give you a D8, or is it a D6? It's a D8.
The wolf is dead. You cannot do less than 3 damage. You skewer it in the back. It dies. Swole, did you want to chase them down too? Sorry?
I'm seeing a lot of pumpkins on this map. Is it autumn or late summer?
Yeah, it's autumn. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm definitely grabbing the pumpkin off of this doorstep.
When you
and
said
hucking
pumpkins, I knew what my maps had, and
I didn't. I did not. I haven't watched any of your stream today, so I am very pleased. I've been driving. It's my birthday tomorrow. I've been hanging out with family.
Happy birthday!
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Neal, I think this is like the 2nd year in a row we've done stuff around my birthday together, so I'm very pleased. Yeah, so I'm gonna huck a pumpkin. It's got 20. Ooh, I think I just throw it into the darkness because I can't see the wolf.
yeah,
And I go, there, get out of here, you mutts.
make me an attack at disadvantage as you hurl the pumpkin into the darkness, where you've seen some shadowy shapes moving, but you don't really know if you're aiming at the right thing.
An 11 will miss.
Yeah.
You know, I saw one spear fly through the air. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. This one right here, he's going down.
All right.
So what is it? D20 plus 3, I believe is what Greg math. That's another 16.
Yes, your spear flies through the air and hits the wolf.
That's a D6 plus 2, I believe.
Yep.
Or plus 4.
2.
2?
Yeah.
Or 8.
That's enough damage to kill it. 3 wolves dead. The rest of the pack runs off.
I don't know why those other people didn't just do that to the first one. Seems a lot easier.
Yeah. Well, I think me just scaring it off worked, but yeah.
I'll get my spear and my pelt.
Yeah. I will reclaim my spear from the dead.
Well done, fellas.
Party
I'm sorry.
No, go for it, please.
Go for it, Lupus.
What you have to say is more interesting than what I have to say.
You were bitten. We got to check that.
These are just wolves.
I
Thank the
suppose
other
that I
ones.
might become part of the traveling attraction.
No, you're a guard. You get exempt from it, remember?
It's only that one that's the problem, and he can't come into town anymore. These die,
Yeah.
unlike him. who
I don't
no
know.
blood.
You don't know all the rules of werewolves. They might have some proxy thing where they've found a way to loopholes and such. I can't come to town, but I can command a bunch of wolves to come to town.
Well, you can only do that as long as you got wolves, and we solved some of that problem here tonight.
All right. Well,
Hush,
they
hush,
like
brother, you've been bit.
I have, yes.
Oh no. What? He like touches your leg, and it's like kind of feeling around a little bit, and he's just like blankly staring at your leg. This looks bad.
It is not a pleasant bite, but
Oh God, I touched it. Am I gonna get the lichen?
no.
Am I?
There's only grow on rocks. You'll be all right.
Huh? Never mind. Here, brother, I'll carry you.
I think I protest at this, but like as the older brother, you're a little stronger and just can like whip me up on the top of your shoulders if you want.
Yeah.
I like help you up, but I help you hobble. This is like
okay, all right.
3-leg walking.
Sure.
Neal, do we have a town healer, or we just got
Oh, it's fine. You know, there's you recover all your HP at the end of the day.
Yeah, but that doesn't cover lycanthropy.
Well, nothing covers lycanthropy. There's no way to stop it. If you've been infected, there's no hope for a cure.
I think I have some distilled pumpkin, moonshine at home. We can pour it on the wound. Maybe it'll kill the
I've got
curse.
some wolfsbane. I've got some wolfsbane in my backyard. I can feed you some of that.
Yes, yeah, whatever. Bring it, quickly.
Yeah, all right.
Pumpkin
Bring
juice.
the booze, quick.
Pumpkin
Very
juice,
quick.
wolf's bean, and liquor get brought forth, and the party
Wolfsbane's a little poisonous. I'm just saying.
party superstitiously tends to Chaz's wounds.
Oh yeah, Chaz and Swole definitely both take a big swig of pumpkin juice before we pour some alcohol and the other stuff on there.
Absolutely.
All right.
It
Now,
burns.
I'm an
Oh, it
alchemist.
burns! Oh!
Let it do its work.
I don't know. There's no alchemists in town, so I'm just saying I don't know the correct mix of wolfsbane. but this is wolfsbane, and it's meant to work against werewolf infection.
Have you ever seen it used before?
But I've never become a werewolf, so it should work.
Okay. And I just pour it all on there.
Well, no, you got to make it into a mix and drink it.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'll get some more.
Okay, yes, it's in the blood. I don't want to touch that.
All right, I get some more wolfsbane.
Just like herbs from Lupus's garden, just mixed with like alcohol on this open wound on my leg. Like, yeah, this is working. Good.
Leave it. It'll be fine. It'll
I
help.
can feel the tingle.
I make a tonic, and I don't know if it's poisonous or not. Here, drink this.
I find a bucket to sit down on.
All right. I down the wolfsbane with a chaser of pumpkin juice. Oh, it's foul.
Those of you that have downed wolfsbane, please make me Constitution saving throws.
All right. Oh, it's bad. Oh, I think I pass out instantly.
Oh, brother, it can't be that bad.
See?
I've had worse.
Should have given more liquor first. It's just too much pain. More liquor solves all problems. All of them.
Now,
All right. Thank you both for your help.
Thad, sorry to interrupt you, but Thad was also injured, weren't you?
I was, but I was smart and I used my second wind, so it's all good now. It was just a nick.
All right, we don't need to worry about this then. The wolfsbane.
No, we ain't talking about it.
Oh, looks like they ripped your leggings there.
They did. It looked real bad for a second, but it was just a little cut. It was fine.
Good. I'm glad. Let's let Chaz rest.
I agree. I'm gonna go to the tavern. Well, I'm gonna go to the North Post. I'll be back. Don't worry. And he's gonna take the liquor with him and waddle off quickly.
If you could replace the bucket where it was before you left, we like to keep a tight ship around here.
Oh, of course. And I'll just take the bucket with me.
As Thad waddles off to the north side, he comes across something of interest, but we will figure out what that is on the other side of our break. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Werewolf of Ashfires. While our party was off dealing with the wolves, pulling the guards' attention to the south side of town, I shouldn't say little. Well, he's kind of little. Little Thad is headed onto the north side of town when you notice even smaller kobolds entering town. There's one of them. Actually, there's two of them right in front of you, and they've stopped. And one of them has a tinderbox in hand and is desperately trying to spark a torch.
William's been giving out the tinderbox again.
Listen here, you! And just loud as you can, just bellowing. So anyone around knows what's going on. Mm-hmm. You gonna die!
The two kobolds immediately snap their head in your direction, shriek, drop their tinderbox and torch, and flee into the night.
Spear's chasing one of them.
Great. You can get one spear throw. At probably disadvantage for range? Well, I don't know. You can probably catch up to them enough that you can get at normal attack distance.
So is that...
Just a regular attack roll. Yeah. You skewer the kobold in the back with the spear. 6 points, I believe, is enough to bring the kobold down. Yep. And the kobold dies with the spear in its back.
And then I'll go pick up my spear and yell, "Hey, pumpkin!" And as loud as I can. And hopefully the pumpkin brothers show up.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps they can
go. Prom King.
Yes.
Well, you kill another dog? Oh, wait, that's a kobold.
Yes, the party gathers round to find the kobold dead here, face down in the mud. Tinderbox still in its hand.
Dog? They're dog humanoids, right? So, well, I'm talking to the party, but yeah.
More mutts. The curse must be drawing them in towards the town. I tell you, we need to kill those werewolves before it gets even worse.
I guess I don't remember exactly what they made that guy say. They probably should have been more specific with their words. They should have thought about that.
They said he can't come back to town, but he can send as many minions as he wants to us.
Yeah, they didn't think that through. I think they were just so excited they wrestled the werewolf. They just completely lost their brains. They didn't even know what was going on.
Good
Someone
work,
else should have told them to
Spirit.
stop and just burned him. This is going to be a problem.
We need to deal with these mutts, kill the cursed ones in our village, and go after that werewolf.
What are we going to do to a werewolf? What are we going to do? Have you
What
got
do you
any
have-
silver?
What do you have against Debbie? All right, she makes great food. She don't need to die. You never
not
been
her
over
fault.
to Debbie?
It's
She
not
makes
her
good
fault.
little cupcakes. Delicious.
I understand.
Absolutely
I've had
delicious.
them. They could use a little more pumpkin spice if you ask me. But
Yeah, ask one of her sisters. I think she makes pumpkin stuff. Look, they're great people.
well, if her
Great
sister
food.
can make it, we don't need her.
I need her for her little Debbie's, by God. I know you don't understand, but look at me here. All right, I like food. I like good food. If I thought we could go without her, I'd let her go. But we need Debbie.
Brother,
We got a dog problem right now. As we know, as guards, we deal with dogs. That's most of our problems. We just kill them. All of them. Well,
yes.
unless they're ours.
Well, yeah. The guard dogs we don't, but yeah.
They're a threat to us, and you need to accept this hard fact of life. Little Debbie's won't last forever.
No, that's why we gotta
In the
look.
distance,
And maybe it's
you hear whistles begin to blow. And you see sparks of flames on this house way out here, where poor little Kyla, Kira, Christy, whatever her name was used as bait. You see their rooftop catch fire from your position in the town.
Oh, the kobold set that one on fire.
But that one's far from town. We should check around town and make sure they're not in here lighting stuff close.
Yeah,
Fireworks!
exactly.
Brother, let's go to the fireworks show.
All right, brother. Let's go find the next fireworks show. Come. We're going this way.
Okay.
I look around town to see if they can make sure there's no more kobolds setting other stuff on fire.
Well, it's a small town, but there's still plenty of it.
Exactly.
So what I hear is we're splitting the party. Is it 2 groups of 2, or is it a group of 2 and 2 groups of 1?
What do you think, Will? I mean, they're just kobolds, so...
It's up to you. Flip a coin if you must.
Okay, we're just going to split up and search the town. We'll be close enough to each other to help one another if there's an issue.
The brothers on one side, the 2 others separating independently. That's a good enough cover that you can encounter all the kobolds who are starting fires. And we're going to do a quick bit of split combat. First, with the Pumpkin Brothers? Is that the term?
Yes.
What it?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Is it Chaz and Swole Pumpkin, or what? Do you have a last name? Squash?
Gordson.
Corson is perfect.
Apollo's so good at this. The 2 of you, will come across a pair of kobolds. They see you coming, but they also see that Chaz is sort of injured and sort of stumbling and kind of like intoxicated or poisoned or something.
I see like 4 of them. I'm gonna need to follow your aim.
All right.
You know, dog bold tokens. Neal, we're the dog bolds.
I didn't have time. I didn't have time this time.
I got Matt to make you art, and you're not using it. I mean, come on.
Roll initiative, brother. Oh,
Roll
and
initiative.
Don't forget
Right.
to click your token,
Right. Yes.
like I did.
Oh. Thank you for the reminder. I would have forgotten. This Wolfsbane. Good stuff. We
Great
gotta get
stuff.
some.
Oh, we will.
All right.
Oh, no wonder it didn't work. Okay, here we go. It's not Chaz that's borked. It's Swole. Just gotta make sure your tokens read correctly across the board. The 2 kobolds see you, and they think they've got a weakened human before them. They can take you no problem. However, the Gordson brothers are on them first. Swole, what do you got?
I'm just gonna go ahead and hurl my spear at the kobold as they approach.
Yes, please
Not a
disarm
pumpkin?
yourself.
What's that? Oh, disarm myself? Yeah,
No, it's fine.
absolutely. Yeah. All right. Let's just huck that with a 9.
It lands right over the kobold's head, hitting the streets behind him. The kobold chuckles, pulls out its sharpened, pointy stick. Is that what it has?
Shit.
Yes, pointy stick. And it runs at you. Pointy stick, straight forward. It screams as it holds it in both arms. The little kobold's only like 3.5 feet tall, the size of a small child at best. Stabs at you. Full charge with the pointy stick.
AC is 15. I grab the spear and it starts pulling, and I let go before the blade cuts my hands.
Chaz. The kobold's right next to you and your brother.
Oh, brother!
Brother, get it!
Yeah! I stab at it. You can't touch him. That's my job. I crit.
Oh my
Yes!
In just a moment, the kobold explodes. You pin him all the way against the ground. The power of Wolfsbane compels you to kill these Canaanids.
I'm so buff right now. Oh!
The remaining kobold knows better than to give its life for this cause and flees into the night. And we're gonna move over. Oh, go ahead.
Damn it, brother. Another one escaped. No matter. Let's keep checking. They may be trying to light more fireworks.
Yes.
Come.
Get your spear.
Yes.
You'll need that.
Yes. And I take definitely longer than you expect.
Right.
Definitely longer to find
I think that Wolfbane is getting to you too. You missed 2 throws tonight? That's
no
very
mind.
like it.
Never mind that. Yes, I'll be fine.
All right. We're gonna need a long nap. All right.
Lupus, you are walking around the town, and sure enough, you come across a pair of kobolds. They've managed to light their torch, and one of them is sitting on the other's shoulders as they're like reaching up to get to the thatch on the roof when you come round the corner, and the one that's lifting sees you and calls to its companion in their dog-like tongue. The companion drops off their shoulders. They pull out their pointy sticks.
Either of you speak common?
One of them cackles at you. Ah, yes, I do, silly man. Your town will burn. Your people will suffer.
Why?
Because he decrees it so, and we do what he says, else we suffer.
The werewolf.
Yes, that one. Now your houses will burn, and you're outnumbered, and we, like the wolves, have pack tactics. And they roll initiative.
Okay.
Ooh!
Well, darn it. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Come get it.
They both come at you. The first one moves to you and readies its action for when its allies adjacent to it. Its ally arrives, and they both attack you with pointy sticks at advantage. A 22!
Yeah,
They
that's
stab
a
you
hit.
for 4 points of damage. The other one is a 22! And he stabs you for 4 points of damage. You've taken 8, and it's your turn, Lupus.
I sigh. I'll try and do this peacefully, fellas. All right, and I do an attack. So just it's off the character sheet, right?
Yeah.
Or do click the top.
You can click the A spear up top, or you can do it off the character sheet, whichever you want.
Oh.
Yes.
19 on either of them. It doesn't matter to me.
Excellent hit. Roll some damage, please. 4 points will almost, but not quite, kill a kobold. And we know kobolds are innately cowardly, weak creatures who retreat
Get out of here
easily.
now, guys. Get both of you. Go.
But you're at 1/3 hit points, and there's
But I've got
still
second wind.
outnumber you. Oh, you can
Use
use your
second
bonus
winding.
action right now. Do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So click on my sheet.
Yeah, there.
Just click the hit us.
Sorry, I'm opening the sheet and I hit.
There should be an attack listed.
Yeah, 7.
Oh, +1 for your
8.
level.
There should be 6 because it's just D10 plus 1.
Oh,
It's
I
not
see
the
that.
con
Okay,
bonus.
so 6. Okay, plus.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, no,
sorry.
you got plenty of life. They're done. The kobolds will turn and run. You can get an attack of opportunity at one of them.
Hey, can you wait? Let me give you a message for the werewolf first. We want to parlay with the werewolf to work all this out.
They pause at 100 feet. The wolf cannot come closer than the edge of the woods.
Right. He goes to the edge of the woods. We meet him. Okay. We need to settle this peacefully.
We're at the wrestling location.
I don't know where that is.
The kobolds take your message and flee into the night, leaving us with just Thad, who too comes across a pair of kobolds.
I throw my spear as soon as I see him.
Well, no time for conversation. Roll your attack.
Just like the first two, I know what's going down here. They gotta go. It's a 6.
Your spear misses. Please roll me initiative as the two kobolds look at the spear on the ground, and the whoops, that's not a kobold. And the town guards just a few feet away, just 60 feet, 40 feet, 40 feet away. I don't know what your throw range is. Let me take a look.
I think I have no idea.
I don't know either.
I don't know this
Spear,
edition.
20 feet, 60 feet. So if you made the attack at short range, they're 20 feet from you. Perfect.
Oh, that seems so close.
I know, it's
Okay.
just within Kobold's striking range.
That's fine.
Come on, initiative. You will go just after the first kobold, who goes to the ground, picks up your spear, and doesn't move to threaten you, but then waits for its ally to come up before he makes the attack. And then it's your turn, Thad.
So clever.
I stab it with the hunting knife, just straight for the throat.
Oh, the
11?
knife comes out. The kobold ducks, dodges, puts the spear up, and barely escapes with his life. His brother or comrade comes up, running at you with a pointy stick. We've got one pointy stick attack against you, which is a 20.
That hits.
Yes, for 3. And the other one, pointy sticks you. Well, this is actually a spear attack. An 18 in the hands of a kobold. It's a 2d4 plus 0. Whoops, that's the wrong button. 2 points of damage, minimal with the spear, which is a big, awkward, bulky weapon for it to be using. 1d4. Ooh, excellent. Your turn, Thad. No, the other one ready to attack. Now his turn comes back around. Yes, the one with the spear comes back around to stab at you. They've got you cornered. They're gonna get you. 22's a hit. The damage is... That's not the right
I'm down.
damage again. It should be... That's... Oh my god. Another 2 damage with the spear.
Not down.
And it's Thad's turn. But the kobolds are on you. Surrounding you. You're gonna die.
So the one with my spear gets stabbed again for an 18.
That'll do it.
For 6 points of damage.
Points of damage kills it. The kobold drops dead, the hunting knife still in his neck.
I pick up my spear as I stab him in the neck.
The other
You want to die too?
The other kobold wavers. There's only one, but you're so weak. He makes a morale check and fails it, and will disengage and back away.
I'll take my long range throw at him with the spear. That's feeling it
Throw your
tonight.
weapon again.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess it's disadvantaged for that far.
Yes, he's moved 30 feet. Well, you can move 10 feet forward and throw if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
10.
Misses. The kobold sees you've just thrown away your weapon. What a fool! He takes his pointy stick and he charges you straight forward as fast as his little kobold legs will carry him, which is just as fast as your legs will carry you, and just as fast as a tall man's legs will carry him. And
Yeah, kobolds got the same.
Misses.
13. Oh no. No! Go for it, Thad.
Oh, this is actually a big mistake.
Yeah.
Time for the
So-
wrestling. You know what to do.
Yeah, exactly. So what Thad's gonna do is do what Thad's gonna do. He's gonna just grapple the guy and just take him to the ground, sit on top of him.
If you are going to try and grapple the kobold with the pointy stick, it will provoke an attack of opportunity. Are you sure you want to take your life in your hands to grab him when you got nothing of your own?
Not feeling that good tonight. All right, I'm gonna disengage and go get my spear.
You circle around the kobold, dodging attack after attack, or feint after feint, and you can get over and get to your spear by the end of the round. The kobold, you've got your spear. The kobold turns at you with his pointy stick. You've got a spear. He's got a spear. He passes his morale check, and once more he pointy sticks you to no avail.
Miss. All right. That was a mistake, little buddy.
Mercy! Kobold has made a mistake! Please, no! No! Ah! He dies. And
Dad feels good about himself. He goes back and gets the bucket and sits down. It's a lot of work.
that is all the kobolds that came into town to set fires today. There were 5 groups of them. You scared off the first. 1 succeeded with a fire over there, and you scared off the other 3. But the party can gather after making sure that there are no more kobolds nearby to discuss the meanings of these things that have happened.
I managed to interrogate 2 of them. They revealed they are working for the werewolf, and this is retaliation. But I've arranged a meeting with the werewolf. We'll see if we can stop these attacks at the edge of the forest. We don't go into the forest, he can't touch us. Mind you, he's got minions, so he could get around that. So yeah.
We need to finish this. He's the werewolf is going to meet us at the edge of town, you said?
Edge of the forest at the edge of town, yes.
Okay. And Swole will start walking over to people's porches or stoops and start picking up pumpkins. I have fallen down a rabbit hole of the many types of pumpkins. There's like many. I put a link in the chat if you want to fall down the rabbit hole with me. But I grab a couple of the like tiny 7-inch diameter, they're called cannonball pumpkins. You can just hold the stem with and throw it like a grenade or something. I grab 2 of those and put them in Chaz's hands, and I'm like, carry these, brother.
Yes.
And then I go into like the fields along the way, unless we have more discussion to do. But yeah. I'm gonna grab one of the Big Max pumpkins. That is what they are called, is Big Max pumpkins. My maximum carrying capacity allows me to grab another 135-pound pumpkin. Roughly.
Okay.
And I'm just thump.
Again, I get paid the same amount as these guys.
Well, you were the one who were talking to the kobolds. That's all I'm saying. I dealt with them. Only one got away from me. That's 3.
Yeah, I stabbed them, but I managed to get the information. We can.
Who needs the information? They dead. What they gonna do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
It's just going to escalate further. We kill these kobolds. He finds someone else to throw at us. We need.
That's good. We kill them too. Next person come, we kill them. After a while, what they gonna do? There'll be no minions out there at all.
They'll defeat us by attrition.
Swole's
but we got our allies.
We have to finish this here and now.
Alright, that's fine.
We've got our pumpkins.
I have a plan.
Well,
Yes.
Okay.
He's always been the smart one.
What are you going to do with the pumpkin? I'm just curious, because the werewolf's not going to do... What's the plan?
You will meet the werewolf by torchlight, illuminating its shape for me, and I will ambush it from cover.
I think I know what he's saying. He's going to do like the other guy did with the sack, but he's going to do it with the pumpkin. He's going to get it all in his head, and then he can't bite us now. Then we can wrestle him to the ground.
But I will say they've got a keen sense of smell, so you got to
like the other group.
Smell. You got to hide your smell somehow if you're going to do this. To ambush a werewolf, you got to hide your smell.
You're right. And I just smash the 135-pound pumpkin on the ground and start covering my body in pumpkin guts.
Now you gotta get another one for his head. What are you thinking?
There's plenty out there. Champion pumpkins. There'll be 2 fewer throwers this year, but the sacrifice will be worth it. And I go into the field and grab another huge pumpkin.
You see in the field, there's a full moon pumpkin and a gladiator pumpkin standing nearby.
Full moon pumpkin. And a gladiator pumpkin?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I have to see this. Oh, I definitely am going with the full moon pumpkin. It's probably more, oh god. It's probably easier for me to see in the dark light. And a lot of this is me, like, I know these fields are here. I walk through these fields every day. I know these pumpkins are here. I know where most of them are, and I've been, noting how big they've been getting. But I am feeling around for them, and I'm like, Bertha, there you are.
Yes, you find Bertha, the pumpkin you've been keeping an eye on all season.
I'm sorry about your sister Thessa. He looks down at his clothes. She had to make sacrifices, and so do you. And I return with Bertha to the group.
All right, but can we at least let me try to talk to him first? And when that fails, do your plan?
No, talking to him is exactly the point. You'll distract him. And then I, pumpkin smelling, will wade through the forest. He won't see it coming. Goddamn werewolf must smell pumpkins from our village nonstop all season.
All right, Swole. We'll do things your way. You got seniority on me.
It's unlikely that the werewolf will be there tonight. The kobolds have to retreat and find the werewolf and negotiate. So this is a plan for tomorrow night.
All right.
Or another night.
No, we have to try it tonight. And we will, I will just go, stalk the woods.
Yeah, I'm just going to
waiting with this pumpkin. No one will come.
I'll get a long rest. Wait, you're using, which rest rules are you using, Neal?
Normal rest rules. All your HP and everything back. Yeah.
All right. I have a long rest.
You take a nice long rest. The night passes with only Swole and his brother Chaz stalking the woods, hauling pumpkins around. Come morning.
Morning, fellas. The meeting should be tonight. How are you going?
Swole is definitely in a huge cloak now. He's like, they might have spies watching us. I didn't want them to see Bertha. They might suspect.
He's got kobold spies. We know that.
Yes.
I'm gonna roll on over there like I roll everywhere. I guess we gonna wrestle. I need to go talk to those dudes last time, figure out how they did it, because apparently that was a real good plan. It wasn't real well.
The suplex. Use the suplex.
Well, Spirit should be full health, and he had a long rest.
Yes.
He can help.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't bathed.
How many days?
Do you think rotting pumpkin guts will be a better mask than fresh ones?
I don't think it matters. Stuff dies in the field all the time.
More pungent, yes, definitely.
Yes, okay. Bertha, you're safer now.
Bertha says nothing.
Have y'all seen Twin Peaks with the log lady?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
All right. The day will be dominated by the conversation of the kobolds, and people want to know what the guards on duty last night saw about the kobolds. What do you say? Anything?
Nothing to see here. Police business.
Well, but they tried to set the house on fire over there.
Yeah, well, we stopped them easily.
But what are they coming in? Why are there all these kobolds in town last night setting fires? Yeah, what are you doing about it, guards? What are you doing about it?
Well, first of all, you need to shift that blame right over to the last group. All right. They knew what they had to do, and they lacked the willpower. They didn't kill him, and he's still mad. I don't know why. We only held him down, stuck some spears through him, and lit him on fire a little bit.
How could you possibly?
He took that personally, and is here to make everyone's life real problematic.
2 men gave their lives, and the other 2 have been forever cursed by lycanthropy. How could you dare speak ill of them when they've given so much?
Because they didn't finish. They did 80% of the work and left the hardest 20% undone. You understand that? They got real close. They walked over there. They did most of it. And they said, pretty close. And they walked away. All right. Everyone knows the last 20% is the biggest bullshit part, not the first 80. If you've ever picked up somebody else's project, you know this.
Someone else pipes up, yeah, and they walked into the werewolf's house for no reason.
Well, I think I was told he'd have magic items. I don't know if he provided those or not. Sounds like he didn't. but it's kind of how it goes, I guess.
Well, what are you gonna do about the kobolds?
We're gonna parlay with the werewolf tonight, and one way or the other, we'll either make a deal or deal with the werewolf.
They look very uncomfortable. You're gonna try and make a negotiation with the wolf?
You want to come with us?
Absolutely not, but we don't need more werewolves in town.
Oh, all right. Well, then we're going to deal with it. How are we going to deal with it?
You're going to get turned into wolf.
No, he can't cross the barrier.
What, you think he's going to be able to, just stand where he is and not quite reach across? You think you're just going to be on, the threshold of safety?
I'm on the edge.
Well, how are you going to talk to the werewolf without risking your life? He tricked the last group. Don't you know he's going to trick you too?
I've got big lungs.
What does that mean?
I can yell.
Well, how's that going to help you not get turned into a wolf?
Well, because I'll be standing here and he'll be standing over there. So that
you're going to yell from a good distance. Oh, that's actually a good idea. Oh, that's not so bad. Okay.
Yeah. So while we're talking, he's going to lay out his terms of vengeance and whatever. And I'm going to go, is there anything peaceful? He's going to say no. Then we'll go to plan B, which is
what
classified.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it's a trap.
Well, what if he sends his wolves after you?
Then we kill the wolves. We killed all the wolves last night.
Well, what if he sends more wolves and kobolds? What if there's a whole kit and caboodle of them?
If there's more than that, we're here to stop it at the head. If he is stopped, the situation ends.
Well, I guess it's your life that you're giving away. But it's our responsibility to care. Well, just not go out there.
Just wait for tomorrow night where he sends more stuff.
Yeah, and just kill them when they come into town.
Do you know what attrition is?
This guy gets it.
That's the name for your rear end, right?
No,
attrition is
our aunt's name is Trisha.
Well, yeah, but she's the one with the big...
Yes.
Okay. The point is, if you're getting sieged, they wear down your resources, and eventually you're reduced to nothing.
Well, wouldn't we?
But they're out there in the brush, right? So they're like Brussia. We got our Mado allies. They'll just keep sending us stuff, and we can do it. We can hold fast. We can make it through this.
Yeah. There's hundreds of us. How many regular wolves and kobolds can there be? They're dumb critters.
How many of them almost set the town on fire?
Just like 2 at a time.
Yeah.
It only really takes 2 kobolds to set a house on fire.
Yeah, exactly. So how many kobolds did you stop last night?
None. I didn't do anything.
Well, we just might have to build a wall. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Well, actually,
after we get done with the dungeon, we'll just build a wall.
All right.
Town walls are good. Town walls are real strong. They keep out monsters and wolves all the time.
Yeah, that's a good project. But what about our lumber people? They have to go into the woods and cut down trees.
Oh, yeah, it'll take a long time to build a town wall. That'll take like years.
Start at the edge. We just start at the edge and keep chopping them down. If you can't come out of the woods to come to town, we just keep expanding town. Heck, I say we expand town straight towards his house and burn it down.
Well, that sounds a
good expansion project.
Well,
he'll be fine.
How far's the house?
I don't know, but let me tell you what, it'd be a good group project. We got a lot of time on our hands here, apparently.
All right. Well, let's meet with him tonight and see what happens.
All right. Well, party members, night is coming. Any preparations we want to make?
Yes.
Please tell me about them.
Like to have a scene with Chaz, please.
Yes.
In our family home.
Does anyone live in your family home with you, or is only the 2 of you left?
Apparently, Aunt Trisha and the giant badonkadonk.
Yes.
Yes.
And she gives us the validation that our father never did. So we're happy to live with her, even though our father has passed. And she's cooking in the background, making our favorite bacon and fried bread. It builds muscle, puts hair on your chest. Chaz, I'm gonna head out early and go wait up in a tree where they won't be able to see me, but I just want you to know if anything happens to me, I know you can win the pumpkin throwing contest next year. You've been training hard.
Thank you.
I've caught you practicing after hours.
It wouldn't be the same though if I didn't beat you.
Well,
I've been chasing that record of yours for a number of years here.
I know. They say no one will ever beat it. Not for 100 years. But I believe you can. And if I don't make it, hand on shoulder, you have to.
I will for you, but I'm gonna make sure you make it out of this.
I know you will. Trisha, are you done with that bacon yet? Damn it.
Hold your horses, sweetie. Good bacon takes time to do right. Now sit your skinny butt down in that chair and wait for Aunt Tricia to make you some...
sit in a tree. I'm hungry.
Well, you want some raw bacon?
No.
Well, then sit your skinny butt down in your tree and let Aunt Tricia feed you.
Sorry, Aunt Tricia. I'm just hangry.
It's okay. Sometimes we get hangry. As long as you ain't hungry like that wolf, it's all right.
Hungry like the wolf. I love you, Trisha.
God.
Thank you.
Love you too, sugar. You get your bacon and your fried bread later. You can head out well before dark to go to the woods, to the aforementioned meeting spot where the werewolf was pinned to the ground and set aflame once upon a time. You can hide in the trees. How do you get your 130-pound pumpkin or whatever it is that you've got up into the tree?
I think I bring a rope with me and I pull it up most of the way, tie it off on a branch, and then I climb up and pull it up the rest of the way.
Excellent.
No, because the plan is to sneak up behind the werewolf. So the pumpkin is actually going to just sit down below on the tree. So
it sits on the ground or sits on a low branch or what?
The pumpkin's on the ground, so I will drop down at some point and hobble behind the werewolf while it's distracted. And
part of me just wants to see what's going to happen, and part of me is afraid that that's the end of the plan and that you're just going to die right away. But I know you're a smart cookie, so...
I don't have a plan. I'm going with their plan.
Okay.
I just wanted to talk to him and see what these terms were.
Huh.
They're the ones who wanted to do the pumpkin ambush. And
go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't want to hang around and die, so...
Swole knows what's going to happen next because he's been talking to Bertha. Bertha, as you said, is a full moon pumpkin, and she has spoken to Swole and told him that as a full moon pumpkin, she has special properties that will deal some serious injury to a werewolf.
Do we know what those special properties are, or is it a surprise?
Bertha has whispered to me sweet nothings, but won't give up all her secrets quite yet.
As you walk into the woods carrying the heavy, heavy Bertha, is your vision still sort of blurry? Are you still having trouble seeing and sort of sensing your surroundings? Visually? Or is the daylight enough to help you out?
I think I head out early enough that there's still some twilight, which is enough for me to climb up into the trees.
How's that that's the smell of yours? Are you smelling like pumpkin? Do you really feel the pumpkin smell? What's going on with your sense? The pump. Oh God, I've already forgotten the name of the pumpkin I dropped. Bertha. No, the other one. I have no idea.
I don't remember, but it was already quite ripe. This being near the end of the season and all, the throwing competition's next week, so they're at almost full capacity. So I'm smelling quite pungent here.
Excellent.
Quite ripe myself.
Excellent. Well, one of our party members gently places the 135-pound pumpkin on the ground and scrambles up a tree. The other 3 party members, now at full hit points with all of their abilities returned to them, all their second wins.
But we rested overnight, right?
Yeah, because you rested.
Oh, I killed 2 wolves, and I killed 7 kobold or 5 kobolds.
That's great. Yeah,
Is that
0
level 2?
experience.
I tried my best.
You did great, kid.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
Well, come sunset, our party heads to the woods to go speak with the werewolf. And sure enough, the werewolf has heard your request for a parlay. And there it is, at the edge of the woods. It's not by itself, though. It's got 6 kobolds with it. 6.
All right. Ahoy! I'm Lupus. I'm here to negotiate some sort of peace.
It's good to see you again, brother.
Yes. It's been too long, but
Wait, you know this guy?
What? Excuse me?
Shush. Well, look, what do you want with the town?
The same thing that we've been talking about all these long years. Don't tell me your time with the humans has addled your mind. Why are you standing with them now,
There is appropriate measures, and then there's inhumane measures, as it ironically is named. A surgical strike is better than sending kobolds to murder or burn down. It's
Right. You're always right, brother. Well, why don't we deal with these 2 right here,
Do you
right
have
now?
problems too? Hold on, this is just blowing my mind. You're brothers?
yes.
Is
Are we
he
serious
separating
right there?
one because he's losing his eyesight? Oh, that makes so much sense. I've been trying to figure out why there was a werewolf that attacked our village, but you're just angry. Oh. Maybe we just need to give you some glasses? Would that help you, Mr. Werewolf? Like, we could probably fix all of this.
I'm not the one with the bad vision,
Oh, so
miscreant.
it's you, Lupus. Okay. Do you need a really big pumpkin to make you feel better, too?
What is your fascination with these strange gourds?
Well, I can't speak too much to it, but they're pretty big, pretty round, pretty orange. People just kind of like that. I don't know. Some are white, some aren't. I don't know. However, you over there, I'm very confused by your conversation right here. It's going well over my head.
All right.
What is being said here?
I am suggesting a natural progression of hunter-gatherer hierarchy. He's getting kobolds to set buildings on fire, which is over the line, okay? And just, yeah.
Wait, so you want to hunt us? Like the most dangerous game or something? That's...
Yeah.
I feel like we need to dump you in a pumpkin.
Look, you
Yeah.
can...
There's a pit over there.
His brother's in a tree, just get him.
How do you think? Cocks his head inside. Doesn't
Inside
understand.
the forest. Inside the forest behind you.
Oh!
It's not-
I will
No,
kick
we're
this
going
man
back and forth.
square in the gonads as hard as I can.
Oh my god.
The werewolf is somewhat perplexed as a kick to another party member goes off. Make me the roll to hit. Will.
Was it a D20? I don't know what I'm rolling
Yeah,
to
it's
kick
a
him in the
D20
nuts.
plus 4. No, yeah, 4. D20 plus 4.
19.
Oh.
Nice. Oof.
You kick.
My short legs come up way higher than anyone could have ever expected.
He's heavy, but
That
he's
has
flexible.
been stretching.
You know, he's like a miniature Jack Black here.
Oh my god.
I think it's more on the side to get it up high enough. No one saw it coming.
Mhm,
Very
mhm.
athletic.
The werewolf
Seriously?
turns to look back in the woods. Doesn't see
He
anything.
smells like pumpkin.
It smells like pumpkin everywhere. He turns back to face the party. He's got his kobolds with him. He motions to the kobolds. Get the 2 humans over there. Leave my brother on the side alone.
I
And the
dropped down.
kobolds- The kobolds walk in front of the werewolf, leaving his back fully exposed to Swole, the pumpkin smasher? The gourd
yeah.
maker? I don't know.
The
The Gordian of the field? I don't know.
Okay, I got it. So I'll grab Bertha and start slowly and sneakily, as quietly as possible, like sneaking up behind the werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
And as I then like strain to lift Bertha over my head, I oh god, I had it. I shout out, they call me Swole, the moon setter, and I'll just smash this full moon pumpkin onto the werewolf's head with the purpose of like engulfing its head in the pumpkin.
Absolutely. Make me an attack roll against the werewolf.
Okay. With proficiency, this will be +2. I'm assuming I'm proficient with pumpkins.
Yeah, you're a pumpkin thrower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, it should be a d20 +4, but that's still an 8. So I think, your lifting of the pumpkin and waddling over there might have attracted his attention. And then you like get it above your head and you give your brief monologue, and the werewolf turns around mid monologue and you bring them down and he just kind of steps to the side a little bit, and the gourd breaks into a million pieces on the ground, and the kobolds leap forward. Well, the party, you said you were yelling from a distance, right? What is your yelling distance?
Oh. Okay, well, When I do surveying, we can yell from 100 feet.
Yeah, 100 feet sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I think we were yelling from 100 feet, right?
But I don't think we were then. But
I think we're like 60.
yeah,
I
I'm just saying,
sounds good.
surveying. Yeah, when you're surveying, you yell out numbers very far away, but we're probably not that far. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. The beautiful full moon pumpkin Bertha is no more. Its guts all over the place. And I think
He doesn't get advantage for his sneaky tactics coming up. He smells like pumpkin. He went to a lot of effort here.
He did.
he did, but he also then declared his attack ahead of time with, they call me Swole!
That doesn't mean the
The moon
confusion
setter.
hasn't not set in. It doesn't mean he's ready for what he's turning around to, all right? No one can be ready for that scene. I don't care.
That's true. Okay, all right, go ahead, take advantage, make me another attack roll, Swole. Oh, the moon has set on the werewolf this evening. It lands square on his skull. It splits its bottom. It engulfs his head. And Apollo, what does the full moon pumpkin Bertha do?
Have in store.
Is it just a pumpkin?
Are you giving me the paintbrush here?
I
Yes,
am handing
he
it
is.
to you and watching it like when you hand a 5-year-old a crayon.
Oh my god! Actually, ready for this. I think
Going up your nose.
I think the pumpkin glows like those like the stars, like the glow in the dark stars you put like on your ceiling and stuff, like that, like kind of gross sickly
Got it.
green.
So it splits on his head, and then like this green light begins to flow out from the cracks underneath the pumpkin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Werewolf falls to his knees, grasps his skull. What were we gonna do? What were we gonna say?
Bravo, how the heck did that actually work?
Never doubt the Pumpkin Brothers.
And I'll just let out a roarous victory cry. Another 19.
So I think that the pumpkin and the like amazing like performance that is being given here by the Pumpkin Brothers Swole disorients the wolf to such an extent that it breaks its vow and accidentally wanders past the edge of the forest, evoking the wrath of the gods.
I think so. The kobolds are startled. There's enemies behind them. Their leader has been set upon by the great moon pumpkin itself. This is not what they're ready for. They had numbers, they had surprise, they had ambush, they had a powerful ally with them, and this is just, they split and they run, and the werewolf drops to his knees as the earth trembles, the skies split, thunder rolls, and the pumpkin glows with an unearthly, eerie light. The grass near the werewolf begins to shrivel and die, and it starts to spread out from the werewolf in an ever-growing circle towards the party and towards Swole himself. The woods begin to decay, trees wither and twist. Swole, you're right near this expanding aura of necrotic energy.
I want to pitch an alternative idea to you, Neal.
Oh no!
What if the glowing that is emanating out are in fact glowworms that are crawling out of the infested Bertha?
Glowworms? Tell me more about glowworms. I know nothing about them.
Worms that glow in the dark. That like fireflies, but they're worms.
Bioluminescent worms. That's about that.
Yeah,
Nothing special about them.
There's literally nothing special about this pumpkin other than it was infested with glowworms.
Nope. You've already sold me on the special pumpkin. It's happening. It's happening. It's too late to go back. The gods are angry. The pumpkin grows. Worms can come out of it too, but they're maggots. They're evil maggots that eat the ground as the grasses and trees decay and twist and writhe.
I rushed to push my brother back into the woods.
Maybe Swole is surprised that the pumpkin had actual magical powers. I don't know. And James, for a moment here, you say you run to push your brother back into the wolves. You're talking about the werewolf.
Yeah, I'm trying to save the werewolf, my brother, push him back into the woods so he's not breaking his oath.
See, you cross the line of expanding necrotic energy across the withering grasses, and as you step over it, your feet to begin to burn. Before you even get to him, you've taken 2 points of necrotic damage.
All right.
Are you going to risk your life to shove this werewolf? Okay. Give me an athletics check.
All right. Sorry, just takes me a bit. Athletics. I am spec'd into it.
Oh my god, yeah. You leap and jump and shove, and your brother shoves himself and stumbles back into the woods. I think our party... Well, the kobolds are definitely fleeing this expanding field of death and decay.
Yeah, they're not going to hang for this.
What do the party members do?
Sorry to continue to hog the spotlight. I think Swole sees the glowing spreading, and he thinks it's just part of his victory. He doesn't see the decaying happening, and I think it's when his feet start to burn, and he is taking damage that he realizes, oh no, and he's gonna make a break for it. So I'll roll athletics probably to sprint away.
Not a problem. You escape without issue. Thad and Chaz.
I'm standing here with 2 pumpkins in my hand, a little bit dumbfounded, and
I grab one of his pumpkins and I feel like throw it.
I have to contribute to this in some way, and so I throw both of my pumpkins at the werewolf in the center.
Would both
Before
of you
we can throw both, I grab one of them. No, I'm not going in there.
All right, we both throw pumpkins.
Would you both throw pumpkins? Chaz, it's a d20 plus 4 for you. Thad,
Absolutely.
You're not a proficient pumpkin thrower, only a d20 plus 2 for you.
That's an 18.
That's
okay.
Great attack. Yeah, your pumpkin smashes into the werewolf's head, and Thad?
I'm throwing it at Lupus. What in the fuck is this guy? It doesn't get him, but it was directed that direction.
There's a reason they're the Pumpkin Brothers, or the Gordsons. They've earned that name. Greg, I need you to make me... You're going to roll the pumpkin saving throw. Now, pumpkins are kind of an interesting thing. When they get a little bit bigger, they're thicker, but they're also a little more fragile because there's not as, there's greater space between the curves to bend and break. So I want you to make me a saving throw versus crushing blow for the pumpkin on the werewolf's head. It is going to be... you want to roll a 16 or better. Ooh, that's not great.
Okay.
In order for the head to stay intact.
We shall roll a 7.
The werewolf's pumpkin splits open. The full moon pumpkin shatters over his head, collapsing to either sides, revealing that the werewolf's head is gone, withered away by the darkness, by the necrotic energy within. And yet, the werewolf gets to his feet, and headless, he bounds into the woods, into the darkness. Lupus, you're still within the expanding aura of necrotic damage, so take another 2 points, please.
Yeah.
And what are you gonna do?
I walk back to the others. Just calmly walk back to the others. He's dealt with.
No.
What's the problem?
Big no. Absolutely not. We have quite a bit to discuss here.
All right, sure.
Large volumes. One would say you have many words to discuss before we go back to town. Oh no, we ain't leaving over here
We
yet.
can talk, but you got prejudice against me because my brother's a werewolf? Is that it?
Did he bite you? Did you get cut?
I'm a little upset. And by a little upset, I really need to pee.
I need backstory.
Look, he's
And
a
that-
werewolf.
Is where we will leave our session for now. We're gonna go on break. We'll come back on the other side with a little bit more of the Werewolf of Ashfires. See you guys soon. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Werewolf of Ashfires. Our party members are having a confrontation outside of town because one party member has openly admitted to being related to the werewolf. Brothers, in fact.
All right, let's head in town and talk to the captain. Everything should be fine.
What do you mean? What? You have so many words that need to be coming out of your mouth right now. So many. I don't even know where to begin to tell you the words that must start coming out of your mouth about
What do you
you
wanna
told
know?
me he was in the tree. You understand? Pumpkin guy saved us all, kinda. I guess he can't turn anybody now. He's got no head, so we're slightly better.
You're so right. Yeah,
Slightly
all
better.
he can do is kill people now. He can't actually turn them. That's
Yeah, now he's just a murderer versus a.
that's at least 10% better.
Those
But
necrotic
why would you
energy.
tell him?
Forget all that. There's necrotic energy. That means undead. He's now.
Well, yeah. He
He
wasn't
made the
supposed to come in here.
situation worse.
How so?
All right. Werewolves are part of the natural circle of life. They hunt humans hunt pigs, that sort of thing, right? I was making sure my brother kept to the rules. He stepped over the line. Now.
Well, I think you stepped over the line by not explaining yourself well before we came to this little situation. I didn't know this was a brotherly chat about the murders that are acceptable.
I was going to talk to him, and you went, no, let's do the pumpkin plan. Let's do the pumpkin plan. I went, all right, you outrank me. But look, you impose
I just
yourself.
think we need some assurances here, Lupus. Right?
What?
Like, is it safe to bring you back to town? Maybe we need to make sure
I've never
everybody's.
once turned into a werewolf. I've never been in the cage, and I've never been observed turning.
Why'd you phrase it like that?
Well, I'm talking about scientific certainties here, not realities.
You're a guard, not a physician.
Yeah?
Why are you talking in science words? Trying to confuse us.
All right, okay.
That's the first thing that you said I agree with.
I'm not werewolf. Brother is werewolf. I saved to walk into town.
Wow.
If your brother got turned into a werewolf, would you kill him?
Baby?
Well, we're pretty progressive here, but he'd definitely be in a cage a lot.
Your brother's right.
Werewolves, like, change you, you know? If you,
He's still my brother. He still recognized me. He was never hostile to me. Could you ever imagine turning on your brother?
I look. No, you're right.
You could never hurt Swole, could you?
No.
Or are you?
You
But-
see?
I understand that the deed would still need to be done. As much as I love my brother,
You couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it.
No. And I can't harm my brother.
Well, I'm
No.
convinced.
I got no idea what's going on.
Look, I'll admit everything in front of our boss. Everything. But I'm just saying, This situation now is worse than a werewolf.
I disagree entirely. As we discussed, he can no longer bite people, which means no longer any more werewolves. We're at a quality set amount, which means we know how many cages to build. This is good for the town. We've been wasting some time over here. They can only build so many a week.
Okay. You know what? Lock me up in a jail cell. Fine. We'll see what happens.
Well, we go back to town and discuss this. This is above my pay grade. I don't get paid to make these decisions of this high level. We go see what happens.
Of course. Let's go.
The party gathers together and heads back into town.
Yeah. I'll tell the shift captain exactly what's going on.
Yes.
Whoever they are, I don't think that was established.
You come back into town. You find the shift captain. It's an old guard who, once upon a time, was able to actually do the job. But they've since lost both their legs to gangrene and one hand to a thresher accident. And so now they sit in the office with the one good hand and sort of push papers and, organize people, but cannot participate in the labor of guarding anymore.
Once upon a time, he could throw pumpkins too.
This is yes. It's an old gentleman. What seems to be the problem, boys?
They found out my brother's the werewolf.
Your brother's the werewolf?
I told you this like when you hired me, but yeah.
Are drinking?
Yes.
I wouldn't have ever hired no one that I thought was related to the werewolf out there. Hell, if I thought you were related to the werewolf out there, we would have had questions for you long, long ago. How could you hide this from us all?
I told you about it?
When I was a-drinking, just like I am right now. You know you can't tell me anything when I'm drinking, he says, and takes another drink and puts it down.
Captain, aren't you always drinking?
What's your point?
That's part of the job.
Look.
Lucas,
They
you're
want me
so-
to hang out in a jail cell for a few days because of what I didn't tell them.
You're the one who said the jail cell thing. That's not what I've been thinking.
Oh,
Lucas,
yeah.
Quite honest.
Lupus.
Well, I got a question for you.
All right.
No, some time ago, Soothsayer came by and told us all about werewolves. And I don't know how much of this is true and how much of this was bullshit. But what the Soothsayer said is that werewolves don't breed themselves. A werewolf must breed with a human. And then the offspring has a 50% chance of being a natural-born werewolf or, a natural-born human. So let me ask you this, Sonny.
Hmm?
Lupus.
Hmm?
Are you a human who happens to be the half-brother or full brother of a werewolf? Or are you a werewolf who just ain't ever turning himself into a werewolf in town?
Well, I've never turned into a werewolf. I'll tell you that much.
So if I stab you right now, you won't bleed?
Wait, I would bleed.
Someone stab him!
Oh my goodness, I just get my knife and cut my hand.
It bleeds, so you ain't no werewolf then. Otherwise, you wouldn't bleed from steel. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can't condemn a person for the actions of his families. You can't do nothing to him to punish him for this. But you should have told us sooner.
I did tell you.
You should have
Lupus.
told someone who wasn't drinking.
But look, it's a private family matter. I thought it would prejudice the rest of the guard against me, so I thought I only told my superior.
Oh, that seems very reasonable. But in this moment, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. What do you
Right.
think?
Lupus, you're so well read. Write it down for him so he can.
Right. I'll tell
If he
you.
happens to be sober, he'll know.
God's forbid
Here you
that
go.
day ever comes.
Indeed.
All right, I hand him the
This
note.
is a
I just
cursed
filled out.
village.
What is
Ashfires
actually?
is a terrible place to live.
Put your
What
blood
is-
on it so he knows you bled.
I
Good
pull
idea.
up and sit on a bucket, sit down. It's a lot of work standing up.
Hey, is that my bucket?
Look, no, it's a different one. Don't worry about this. I left that one out there by the other Kobold.
What?
You can get that later.
You got a special bucket? What are you? Some sort of bucket hoarder?
No, I just, every morning I sit on my bucket.
They're good for sitting on. It's hard to
You got
do
a
work when you're
special
standing up.
sitting bucket?
No, a special shitting bucket.
Oh, well, yeah, you leave that one out of this office. Thank you very much.
You know what, Thad? I've been meaning to get a new one. If you want to keep mine, that's fine.
Oh, it's out in town somewhere. It's Lord knows. That's where I threw that spear at those kobolds a couple times. I think we picked it up. I don't know who picked him up. I'll be honest with you.
Someone will pick it up and get some good use out of it.
Out of my sight, not my problem. All right, that's how I look at things like this. If I'm not looking at it, ain't my problem.
Anyway, Captain, they defeated my brother, but they turned into an undead headless monster.
You turn the werewolf into an undead headless monster?
Look, he headless, undead, possibly. He was already a monster, so I'm gonna strike that line all the way through. All right.
Well, it's a
we
true
only
statement.
turned him, so I think we did at least even, because he headless now.
So you can't bite
And-
anyone.
Exactly, but he might be undead. So I don't know how you stack those against each other. I think it's a net positive.
Well,
We don't need to
tell
build any more
me
cells.
this wise man who turned the werewolf into whatever it is now. Is this what they call a jackal
That's
bear?
Chaz.
Not sure.
That's Chaz. I don't know. He said pumpkins were magic. I thought he was bullshitting straight up. I was completely
Actually,
unexpected
I
for
thought
what
the
happened
pumpkin
out
was
of
gonna
that.
do
You're gonna have to
anything,
ask
bro.
him. He's a pumpkin expert. I'm hands off.
Well, that was what I was gonna ask. Was how'd you turn him into a headless thing? And he looks to Swole. How'd you do it, Swole?
What's the captain's name?
Direct Cheons.
Direct is his first name.
Dire? No, Dire Ketchians is his last name. Dire Ketchians.
Ketchians.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
fuck kind of a name?
Ctions. This is his last name.
Ketchians.
Captain Ketchians.
Captain. Ketchians. I'm sorry I asked your name, Captain. I'm just gonna go with this.
Thank you.
Captain, it was glorious. I know you back in your heyday were a thrower, like my brother and I. We found, I told you about Bertha out there in the fields, how big she was getting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been watching her all season.
Oh, I made sure to fertilize her with my very own night soil just for you.
I picked her plump ass up, I carried her out, and I dunked it. Jumped 10 foot in the air and slam dunked it on that werewolf's head.
Mm-hmm.
And Bertha, she glowed a sickly green. It was disgusting and beautiful.
Oh, my
And-
good sweet son, what have you done? You know you never gave a pumpkin a name like that. Why do you think he changed? You Bertha, a new creature into this world.
Sure did. And I may come to regret it, but fuck this guy's brother. That's all I have to say.
You can have a problem with my brother. Yeah.
I got
As
a
a-
problem with your brother.
Everyone does. It's natural. Humans have issues with werewolves because they are predators of humanity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's
Yes,
natural.
sir. Yes, sir.
That's what Nadinas teaches us.
Great. So,
But what's unnatural is a lack of silver in this town at this point.
Oh,
I
I
cannot
got no
believe
idea about
that we
that's
cannot
okay.
import at least a singular coin to fix this problem.
well,
We
I
need at
got
least
silver
one.
coins, and he fishes out a coin from his pocket and sets it on the table for you. You need this?
Yes,
How did that
The
silver
la-
coin get here?
we needed this for so long. How long you have this?
Wait.
I mean, there's
How'd
lots
you
of
get
silver
silver?
lying around the town. It just didn't, it's a rarish metal. What, the silver coin can't hurt a werewolf.
Yeah, you can't if you hammer it in.
I know, the
I tries
silver's
to
too
sit on his
soft.
bucket
It'll
and
bend
just falls all the way down
round.
and just lays on the ground.
Not according to an episode of roleplay.
You can't listen to old legends like that and expect them to come true. Them fairy tales, sir. Them myths from the before times.
Oh
That's
yeah,
at
the
least
gods' names are different then. Yeah.
You didn't skip a beat, Neal. That was glorious.
Look,
I
you
know,
better
let's
start
go.
believing in fairy tales because we're in one right now. All right, this is some unbelievable bullshit that's happening.
Well,
I don't even know what to say.
That story is at least 3 generations old. The rules have changed since then.
Shit.
So what are you gonna do about this headless werewolf filled with necrotic energy? It's out in the woods. Who, you ask me, probably isn't bound by the oaths he swore 2 weeks ago to all the gods above and below.
Yeah, he said until the end of his days and he's dead now, so he can enter the town probably.
You just freed the werewolf from his restraints.
I told him they made the situation worse.
Sucks.
Well, at least they dug that pit already. We don't have to redo that.
Chaz, there is another pumpkin.
You can't. What, you gonna fight fire with fire? You gonna double pumpkin him? What are you gonna do? Remove his legs next and make him hover around like a genie? You wanna be a flying headless werewolf?
It's not a pumpkin per se, it's something
Actually,
else.
I'm just going to get a bandage at first aid kit. Thanks.
What if we gave him a new head?
I've been growing something. Some traveler brought me some seeds from out of town, said it was like a pumpkin, but different. I've been growing something in my backyard, keeping it hidden. Something called a melon. Brother, you've been training all these days, and I think by the gods, it's for this purpose.
I'm gonna melon me a werewolf. Say no more. Lead me to this melon.
Are we sure this is the right approach? Because I got a plan B, just in case the melon doesn't work out.
Let's hear it. What's this plan B? I've been really wanting to eat this melon.
All right.
Plan more.
B?
If we dunk this one, the seeds they could get necroticized, and we won't be able to grow anymore. I'd rather not do that. What's your plan? Plan?
Well, plan B is first we eat the melon if it's ripe. Okay.
Yeah.
And when it's
A
done,
little salt.
old Debbie, who just got turned into a werewolf a couple weeks ago, old Debbie used to have a mine out in the woods before, she was looking for copper out there, found a small vein, harvested it to its extent, then some kobolds moved in, and, she had to abandon the mine. But that mine, if it's still intact, presents an opportunity for men like us. We could lure the werewolf into the old, unstable mine and collapse the whole thing down on top of him, crushing him underneath the earth and dirt and burying him underground until some unfortunate fool, generations henceforth, digs it up and unleashes the terror once again. But that won't be our problem. That'll be the problem for generations down the line. We could put a little sign that says, "Don't dig here, cursed creature."
No, that's perfect.
Yeah,
I
that
love it.
makes complete sense. Yes.
Push the existential threat upon future generations. That is the way of the world.
Kick the pumpkin down the road, so to speak.
Yes.
I don't see how this could backfire at all.
It'll help us get ahead in the game.
Aha!
Are we sure it's still a werewolf? Would it not just be I don't know. I'm unsure about the nature of this creature. Are we talking about a mine? I'm sorry. My brain has just been racked with what the fuck is happening here today.
Yeah. But he can't be killed, right?
Yeah.
So you just trap him
werewolves
permanently.
can't be killed.
Yeah.
It's undead.
You just bury him in the ground alive, and then what? Maybe he lives forever down there. Maybe he doesn't. One way or the other, he sure as hell can't dig his way out when you're completely encased in earth. Collapsing mine on top of him? That'll lay him out for surezies. They'll be stuck there, sealed in the earth. That's what the ancients did to the creatures they couldn't kill. They sealed them away for all time. Age-old technique of dealing with problems. Just bury them. Let someone else deal with it generations down the road. That's what we do with our trash.
Yeah.
That's what we do with our toxic waste.
What's toxic?
It's what I do with the stuff from my bucket.
Yeah, that's what I meant by
we ship
toxic
that in the
waste.
ocean?
No, we bury it in the ground, son. We don't put it in the ocean.
Wait,
Oh.
Thad, have you been shitting in the ocean?
Yeah. What do
Fish
you
drink
do?
that.
Oh.
Yeah, but it
I
keeps
like
it so much
fish.
cleaner when I get done. I don't have to walk anywhere to get water or anything. What do y'all do?
That's
Use
so
leaves?
gross. That's
like
so gross.
Splash your behind with seawater that you just pooped in? What if you just
Yeah,
end up
we moved
splashing
down
the
a little
poop back
bit.
up on yourself?
We moved down. Plus, that's the fisher people problem. I like laughing at them. They fucked up. Anyway.
Doesn't sound sanitary to me, but what do I know? I only got one hand. My definition of sanitary ain't quite the same as the rest of y'all's. Yeah, don't think about it too much. Especially you, Chaz.
Anyway, off to Chernobyl mine, I guess.
Look, all right. This is good and all, but I'm going to go to just a family dinner. I'll be back in the morning. All right, see you guys.
Your brother?
Family dinner.
Are you
Who you
eating one of
eating?
the towns?
No.
Look, I'm just asking. There's a lot that I don't like. I just need to make sure it's one of them.
Oh no, it's my brother. I was going to his place tonight.
Get the werewolf into the mine now is the question that I have.
No.
Well, we could have baited him into the mine, but I don't know what a headless
Lupus.
werewolf wants.
You're-
I can
Invite
just
your
invite
brother
him
to
there,
dinner
okay?
in the mine.
All right.
Yes, Lupus,
Okay.
that's perfect. Invite him to dinner in the mine.
Okay, but I don't know if his appetite's the same without a head.
Don't
That's
worry
a
about
minor
it.
problem. We'll figure that out down there.
I'll bring dessert. I'll be back.
All right, I'll head into the woods.
Still, this same night, you head into the woods looking
Yeah.
for the headless werewolf? The jackal were? I don't know what we're calling it anymore.
I haven't called it anything. He's my brother.
Sleepy Hollow.
That's the town's name.
I
I'm
know.
heading off to the old granny's house because I know that's where the liquor is. We're just going to start drinking. Just heavily drinking, contemplating life. When they ask what's going on, just silence and a lot of head shaking. A lot of, no, I don't. And then, but no, I don't. Well, no, I can't even begin to tell you what's, I can't. I don't even know where to start with it. Don't even know where to start. I had a real good night. Was throwing spears real good. And then I don't know what happened. I don't even know what happened.
Hey, brother, I brought this horse for you. It seems thematic for some reason.
Right. Well, who wants to go next? Was it James?
I
and bringing
guess
your
that-
brother a horse, or
Since Swole is prepping dessert to entice the werewolf and Lupus is inviting the werewolf, I should probably be inspecting the mines to try to figure out how we're going to collapse them on the werewolf.
yeah.
I'm thinking that perhaps I might set up some cannonball pumpkins around the like kind of struts. So like as I see the werewolf enter, I can strategically go to like weakened points and chuck pumpkins at them to bust down the struts, the supports of the mine.
So when you say you want to set cannonball pumpkins near the struts, you're saying you're setting up ammunition pumpkins to throw at mine struts to collapse
Yes.
the mine.
Yes. Yes. As we've learned today, pumpkins are the most powerful thing in the entire village. So what else would I use?
I mean, yeah, those cannonball pumpkins work real great against that big gourd. But what about wood posts? Old wood posts, to be honest. I mean, it was
Old
back
rotting, fragile wood posts.
Let me
Yeah,
look at this
it
map.
might work.
Is the mine in the woods?
It's so crazy. It just might work.
I've got something for this. Don't you worry. And I think a drunken Thad will hear a ear, 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 ear moving through the dark and quiet town as he's like hobbling around drunk. And he'll hear a thud and damn it.
I think Thad is sitting on the front porch with the bottle, just hearing the noise, looking around, trying to figure out what is happening.
And as he like peers around the corner, he'll see Swole is like trying to shove this massive ass watermelon back into a wagon. And he manages to do so and like gets behind it and starts moving forward. Eater. Oh, Thad, there you are. Have you seen my brother?
Not recently, but I heard a trick about these things. What you do is he grabs 2 bottles of vodka and goes, I heard if you put these in the top and let them fill the inside, it's even better. It makes it the best of all time.
You think it'll help it knock out a post even better?
I think so. It'll knock everything out. I think that's the plan.
I see.
Unsuspectingly.
Do you, can you spare one of those or two?
Let me tell you what, they're all so drunk inside, I can do what I want right now. Just give me 20 minutes.
All right. If you would, grab that, and then we'll get that set up. But also, I'm struggling to find my way to the mine without knocking this over, and I'm afraid I'm going to break it.
I got you. I got this 100%. Dad starts walking towards the door, veers off to the side. His shoulder hits the entryway going in there. Judgment's not quite right. Comes back out with bottles and a torch going, we got this.
All right.
We got this all the way, brother.
Shove the bottles in. Liquid
and then
starts
leads
draining.
the way with the torch. But we're not going quite straight. It's
Hey.
directionally proper-ish.
Don't tell my brother about me having difficulty finding my way. Just if he asks, tell him we were both drunk.
What? I don't even know what you're talking about right now. We got this. 100%. This way.
Yes. All right.
This way.
Brother.
More this way. But
yeah,
you know how to get out of town, I think.
So we have Lupus going to go invite his brother for dinner in the abandoned mine.
Mm-hmm.
We have Chaz, who's going to scout out the mine ahead of time to make sure it's safe and secure. And then we have Swole and Thad, who are bringing the booze and the giant melon. Did I get that right?
Sounds about right.
Well, let's start with Chaz.
All
All right, Chaz. You arrive at the abandoned mine. There are signs that things have lived here recently. There's little bits of scraps of meat and some clothing, and there's some squirrel pelts that have been staked outside to dry in the air.
That's disturbing. I guess Chaz is going to... Can he see in the mine? I guess he can't,
Oh
right?
no, it's dark. It's nighttime. You're doing this at night for some reason.
Chaz lights a torch. He's gonna make his way into the mine. He's got a job to do, and by God, he's gonna do it.
You know how when you go outside and you see a cluster of raccoons on your trash can, and they all look up at you, but you only tell them because there's 7 glinting eyes staring back at you?
Yes.
That's exactly what it's like. You light your torch and step into the cavern, and there's 6 pairs of eyes glowing in the darkness staring back at you.
I look at the kobolds and my brain races and I think for a moment and I say, now, we wouldn't want to have a repeat of the giant pumpkin incident from earlier now, would we?
Back, human! Back!
Well, see, here's the thing. We're going to try to make amends for that pumpkin. It got a little out of hand. And so we're inviting your boss over here to have a little shindig. I bought decorations.
You're bringing it here?
Oh, yeah.
You're bringing the big bad here?
Yes. He's your boss, right? You should be
happy.
happy.
No, he's not. No, he's different now. He's changed. He's different. We don't bring him here. No, bring him.
Well, the plan's kind of in motion, so if you don't want to see him, I suggest hightailing it.
And just like that, a swarm of kobolds flees the caverns before you, running past you on your left side, your right side. One goes between your legs. One tries to crawl over another. If you had a weapon in hand, you could declare a heroic fray, but you only have a torch.
Damn it.
Darn.
And soon, the
Ryan
mines
would
are
have been
empty.
prepared for this moment.
The mines are clear, and you can go about laying your cannonball pumpkins strategically.
That I do. I start finding the support structures of the mines and get prepared to lay waste to them with pumpkins.
Right. Well then, on to Lupus. What sort of preparations do you make to go out into the woods?
I get on a horse and bring some thematic clothing, I think a black cloak would look good for him now, for some reason.
Whose horse is this?
I don't know. I was just going to hand wave that because of the legend, but all right.
Yeah, but are you? Is this your horse? Is it someone's horse you know? Are you stealing a horse?
I'm not a horse stealing a horse. I'll grab one of my. I'll say it's my horse.
Okay, your most prized possession, the most expensive thing you own, worth more than your house even, is your horse. What is your horse's name? Who you must have a strong personal connection with.
Lapoon.
Lapoon. Okay. Well, you ride out into the woods with your dark, warm cloak on your trusty horse. Calling for your brother? How do you find your brother?
Brother! Then I'll go all the way to his old house. I'll make the way to his cabin.
Yeah, well, you find him there in his cabin, sitting on the front porch. He's got 3 pumpkins laid out before him, and a 4th on his head with a set of triangles carved into it for eyes. And he's got a knife in his hand. You recognize it's the hunting knife of poor, what's Shaggy's middle name?
Norval.
Norville? Norville?
It was Norville.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. He's got his hunting knife. He's carving the other pumpkins before him, and the pumpkin-headed creature raises its eyes towards you. You can see like flickering flames within the hollow pumpkin upon his head. Gets to his feet. Still in hand.
Brother, can you speak?
What do you want with me? You who have freed me. You who have made me who I am today.
My fellow guards wish to trap you at the mine. It's best if you meet them there in style. So here's my horse and some black clothing to enhance the accoutrement.
You would betray your allies by telling me their plans? Your loyalty is with me even now?
My loyalty's always been to you and covering up after you. That's why I joined the town guard.
I'm very much still the same man, brother. Thank you. Thank you for these things. And the horseman's, the werewolf steps out, takes your cloak. The horse sort of shies and tries to move away from him as the werewolf grabs the reins, mounts the horse, who spooks and bolts, and the werewolf has a real hard time holding on to the horse as it like dashes off, terrified of the undead rider upon it.
Sorry.
What are you gonna do now?
I'll head back to town. Whoever wins, I've got a good cover story.
Okay. And Thad and Chaz. No, Thad and Swole headed to the mines.
Yeah.
Anything to do before you get there, or just get there?
I was just going to set up the melon near the entrance to the mine and basically line it up to melon bullet at like a pillar.
Oh, God, I was wondering where the melon pun was coming from. I knew there was one.
Oh, just wait until I announce the name of this melon, Neal.
Oh, no.
I'm waiting for my brother to return for that.
All right.
On the way out of town, I pick up a sledgehammer from somebody.
Got it. Some gal, perhaps.
Yeah. You know, I think you're right. I think I swing by sparrows and just walk in because there's no door. Fully aware.
And the ceiling's down.
I heard you were the one to talk to about. Oh, you got it right here. Thank you. And just throw it over the shoulder.
Tool. Good. Town guard.
It's for the greater good. You know how it goes.
Gotta do something about these civil asset forfeiture laws.
Sparrow's gonna become the like arch villain of some future campaign. This is her origin story.
Sparrow, I have done as you've asked. I've set them up to die.
Thad.
Yeah.
No, that's fake. Don't worry.
Thad, I think we've got a nice tarpaulin here on top of the melon to hide it. The werewolf won't see this coming.
That's good.
I wanted to ask you, what did you do before you were a guard? It escapes me.
I worked in construction. I did a lot of construction work. You know, I didn't do the work. I watched the work. I managed the work, but I just more watched other people do the work. Yes. That's why I got the bucket, you know, because I sit there and I make sure they do the work. Because if not, then just one guy works and nobody else works. And well, that's still kind of the case, but I'm one of the guys watching the work. Okay, I don't really.
Yes.
I don't do the work necessarily.
Right. Yes. Yes. I recall now walking on my way to practicing pumpkin throwing, seeing you sitting there every day, just on my commute to work.
It's hard work. Look, you think it's real easy to sit there and watch other people work all day. It is not that easy.
I've always wondered how you, why they paid you, but clearly you were doing something so important, something as important as pumpkin throwing.
Well, it's real easy. What I did was I dealt with the clients. So, the management didn't have to. And I just relayed the information to the workers. It's a real important job. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes. So if I came up to the crew and was like, oh, those aren't the shingles I wanted installed on my roof, you would say...
Well, not exactly. I had my assistant do that for me, but I was in between all of them. You understand what I'm saying here?
I do.
I managed the work, but I didn't necessarily take the exact specification from the engineers to the client. I'm good with people is what I'm saying. I'm a real people person.
I'm sensing that. Yes.
Real people person. Do you not understand? It's real easy. I manage the in between.
Right. I thought you were a farmer, but I must have had you mistaken for another villager. Anyway.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of us this big. We have a club. It's okay. We go bowling sometimes.
Here are some of the melon seeds from the melon. I grabbed them when we shoved the vodka bottles in. If you could give them to a farmer and delegate the task of making sure that...
I'll get that to my assistant to do. Don't worry. I'll make sure that she gets it and understands the importance of her task.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Don't worry. I'm a people person. I'll make it happen.
I trust you.
That's good. I'm glad so. Most people do.
Oh, I'm so fucked.
No worries. We got this. I'll pick up one of the bottles and slowly start drinking what's left.
So, how long do you think my brother will be?
Well, I think he should be almost done setting it up. He's a pretty spry fellow.
Sure. I will come rescue this. The mine is clear. I have dealt with the kobolds and set up some ammunition to help take it down.
Oh, man, you're so effective at work, man. I knew I could count on you.
Hey, of course. I am nothing if not an efficient worker.
That's good. You do real good on my crew. Come by when you get done. You're not melon throwing? I got some work for you. Don't you worry.
My dream is to one day pay the bills melon throwing. There's a national league, I heard, all across Mistrea.
Yes. Yes, Chaz. Melons are the future.
Yeah.
We have gone as far as pumpkins can take us.
Right.
And he slaps the giant ass melon that's sitting under a tarp, and he goes, "This here is the rind flayer. And if all else fails with the pumpkins, this will be our salvation and your future as a melon bowler."
That's so much
This is
better than
good.
what I had in mind.
What did you have?
I thought you were going to call it Melanie.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Well, the Rind Flayer is pretty good. It's more interesting than Melanie's little plan. All right, so here's your mine. You can all see this, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yep, there's really just one way in, and that's about it. And there are some struts in here that help hold it up. Here's a strut. There's a strut.
Excellent.
Everywhere is a strut. It's late. We've been doing this for 10
You've
hours.
been doing We can cut you some slack.
Great.
Are you saying you didn't prepare for the melon throwing?
That is correct. I did not prepare for the melon throwing. I will come to the campaign more prepared next session, I promise.
I don't know how you could have seen this whole episode coming. This has all been very straightforward.
I mean,
very predictable.
This is only further underscoring the mantra that I should be teaching myself, which is don't bother planning any of your sessions because they never go the path you expect. Anyway, we're waiting for the headless jack-o'-lantern wearing werewolf on a mad horse to arrive. where is our party? I'm going to place us on a map, and you're going to just show us where you are.
Token's a little small.
Yeah, I'll make it big.
I was gonna say, if we're that small, we're never making it out of there alive.
Well, I'm back in town, so you can just remove me.
Oh, right. The
I'm
traitor is
still
gone. Yes.
Yeah.
I have a bucket I'm sitting on in the corner.
Excellent.
Uh,
The other two.
I
Brother.
am trying to imagine how we're.
brother, you need to wait outside in case this doesn't work. And
Just
push the
I need to
Rhine
be in
flare.
there so that I can do the melon thing. We gotta have Plan B ready to go.
Listen, the Rhine flare is Plan B. I'll use the pumpkins you set up, but if they fail,
You have to be able to get out of there, right? This is what I'm trying. When I set up the pumpkins, I wasn't thinking very good because I apparently was in here and I just didn't realize the layout of it so well.
it's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Listen, I have something I have to tell you.
Yes.
My sight's been going.
I know that, brother. I know.
You knew.
Of course. I mean, you're my brother, I could tell. I just wanted to let you have your, I don't know, pride intact. I didn't want to make a big deal of it.
I wasn't ready until now. But thank you. Hand on shoulder again.
Holy shit. Sorry, the loudest firework just happened right outside my
They've been happening here too. Don't worry.
I put my hand on your shoulder and I'm like,
Listen, you have to be the one to carry on with the melons because I won't be able to bowl it properly. It's got to be you. And also, you've been training hard, and the Melon League, it waits for you. There is glory there. Carry our family name forward.
I will,
The
brother.
Gordsons must be known across the land.
Don't you worry, brother. I will make sure the Gordson name is remembered by everyone.
Oh, I don't think anyone's going to forget the Gordsons. Right.
Dad slowly falls forward off of his bucket, laying on the ground, looks outside. Y'all coming in or not?
I'll be right there.
I think
I'm gonna throw up real quick.
I will
Hold on.
let Swole and Thad take care of the Plan A, and I will be Plan B, like hidden outside, with the Rhine flare ready to bowl.
I'm so sorry, Neal.
You've done nothing wrong.
I can't come up with a practical solution to save my life.
Whatever I had left in my brain died an hour into this session.
I feel similarly. Well, here he comes, riding through the night. Our enemy shows up, dismounts, leaving a spooked horse nearby, and begins to enter the mine. Thump, 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 thump. Ghostly, ghastly whispers emanate from the direction of the werewolf. Hello, my precious. Thump, 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 thump.
Is it
thump.
glowing?
Yes. Blue light emanates from underneath this pumpkin head mounted upon the shoulders of a werewolf wearing a large black cloak. It turns. There's blue light coming up from underneath, but like orange light coming from the triangle holes. Turns one way, he turns the other, and he sees, I think this is Thad, sitting on the
Bucket.
bucket. Thank you, I forgot that word.
Dad sees him, stands up with the bucket. For Kitty! And he tries to bucket his head.
To bucket, you're gonna put a bucket over the jack-o'-lantern's head.
Yeah.
Give me an attack roll. Just roll it. No modifiers. Now he's a lycanthrope.
No! This is cursed. It is cursed.
It is
Oh,
cursed.
no.
It's actually so cursed. You raise the bucket up it's the poop bucket, right? We established this as canon earlier.
This is the office bucket.
You raise it up, and that's when the light coming from the pumpkin's eyes washes over you. And you need to make me a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, we have wisdom.
Oh,
Okay.
There's a pause. Sleep overcomes you. It takes you down. Your knees begin to buckle. The bucket begins to fall, and that's when the smell from the bucket, acting like smelling salt, snaps you out of the momentary unconsciousness. You don't get the attack off all the way. That's what the one's all here for. But you are not knocked unconscious by the Jackalware's gaze. And you over here can take a turn.
I'm the one you're looking for, you son of a bitch. And I'll step out from behind the pillar.
Don't you talk about my mother that way. Is Werewolf.
Yes. Your mother, she was the one. She is also a werewolf, yes?
My father was the werewolf. My mother was the human. It's the way it goes with my society.
Then I take back my insult to your mother. I'm sure she was fine. But you! I'm breaking Neal so bad.
But me? You have made me. You are my father.
Your mother! She wasn't! No!
It was Bertha.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did. Okay. Oh, some of those pumpkin throwing fangirls, they, there was a couple of them, but anyway, you and me, we've got a score to settle. And he'll glance over at the cannon pumpkin, which I'm sure is going to be super effective.
Yep, throw that cannonball pumpkin. Hit that AC 10 strut right there.
All right. Oh my god, so many 19s today.
You smash the strut with your pumpkin. It needs to make me a saving throw versus crushing blow. It need a failure, which is what you want, is a below a 10 on a d20, a flat d20.
Damn.
The pumpkin shatters across the strut, throwing its guts over Bad behind it. But outside, out of the entrance, Chaz, the hero of the day.
You hear the familiar sound of a pumpkin exploding inside.
I hear the pumpkin explode, and that's my signal. I'm like, get out of there! It's time for the rind flayer! And I get this huge melon in both of my hands, and I send it on a bowling course straight down. I've been practicing for this shot my whole life. It's gonna spin as it rolls here and then careen off into the next strut as it goes.
He's going for a split.
I'm going for a split conversion.
If ever there was a time to use your inspiration, now's the moment.
Oh, do we have inspiration?
Everyone has inspiration.
totally
It's on your
forgot.
character sheets.
I didn't realize that I had inspiration this whole game. Okay. Yes, I use my inspiration. The Rind Flayer comes barreling down with a 21.
Wow.
That's amazing. I mean, it's a strength saving throw that you rolled, not an attack, but it's okay because it's a natural 17.
It's the same, I guess. I could roll a spear
No, it's the
with
same
advantage.
things. I'm just
Can I
late for all
Can
of
I
us.
pitch that it's like the Flintstones bowling, where half of the melon hits the pillar and the other half just keeps going?
It just rolls and splatters. What does the Rind Flayer do?
Nothing.
I think that the Rind Flayer spews vodka infused melon onto this werewolf's gaping open head, and has one of two effects that I think that you should choose. Either instantly it's straight vodka infusion right into his like guts. It like is incapacitating like levels of intoxication, or it like is a burning effect with his magic, right? His like flaming kind of magic ignites him in this like vodka
I think that
flame.
makes the most sense because he's got a head of rind, and this is the rind flayer, right? So
yes.
The rind flare rolls in, hits the post, splits and splatters all across the pumpkin, which is engulfed in flames. This post doesn't stand a chance. The shockwave knocks the post down. It collapses. The fire spreads on the inside. The whole mine quakes and shakes. Each of you inside may roll me an athletics check. DC, well, you can roll a DC 12. You have to roll me a DC 14 to get out of here before the mine collapses on top of you.
So Swole comes bursting through the flames, action style. He's like holding his arm to his eyes, and he like looks up, and he's like, from his vision, it's just all blurry darkness and in front of him, and he runs into a wall and like clocks himself and falls over.
Ends up in this corner over here. Wrong direction. The earth comes tumbling down.
Close the mine. Take it out.
And the mine collapses. The cave is destroyed. And those within it are forever sealed underneath this earth until one foolish person unburies this hill some centuries henceforth. Only the warning signs that are posted on this hill will ward people off, and the quality of those warning signs will push this problem further and further. History.
But little do they know, when they unleash this evil, they will also be unleashing their savior, the blind Gordomancer, to lead them to the solutions they need.
Only they dig far enough.
So originally this stream was going to be 1 more hour, but this is it. There is nowhere to go from here. We have hit peak Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you all so much for coming out for the Werewolf of Ashfires. This was just a whole bunch of fun. We had 3 completely different styles of campaigns, all working on the same problem, all achieving their own amazing goals, and all having their own great time. And on top of that, we have helped raise what looks to be $4,150 to help $4,150 to help bring Christian's remains back home from the UK to South Africa. And I want to thank each and every person who has watched the stream, played in the stream, donated to it, helped set up with overlays or assets or managed numbers in the background. This is a collaborative project. It's not just me on the back end making this happen. I'd also like to give a special thanks to Lichbrush, also known as Matthew Berger Art, for the artwork, the main overlay, the splash screen, and all that jazz. And I'd really like to also thank Will, who you might know as Thad, and as it wasn't Ripley, it wasn't Riley, Ricky. Thad and Ricky for helping to manage some of the other aspects of the stream behind the screens. Thank you guys so much. And a big thank you to all of our players from today. That would, oh man, can I get all of our players? That would be Ryan and Tom and Fayama and Rob from the first segment. That's going to be Will and Greg and Sean and Mr. Mooten from the second segment. And of course, these 4 lovely people right here, Apollo, McTacky, Will, and Greg. Thank you all so much for coming out here. There is a Reddit thread up, and if you could leave some comments in there about the campaign, that'd be great. But more importantly, if you could leave some comments there about the recaps that Layla and Chris have been making for all these years and how they have made you laugh or smile, or how you felt about them, or how annoyed you are at them for being silly and funny when the campaign is serious. Whatever it is that you have to say about them, leave those comments over there. But if you're going to talk shit to the widow at this moment, you'd probably get an asshole. And that is going to wrap us up for the day. Players, anything to say?
Thank you very much, Neal, for hosting this amazing stream, this opportunity to raise funds for Layla and Chris, and the opportunity to play together. This was amazing.
Yeah, I'm glad we could do something for your birthday too. I planned it this way.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Anything. That's it, folks.
Layla and Chris, like, I've got over 100 recaps on the wiki just from their verbal recaps because, yeah, they've contributed a lot. Like they were the first contributors to the wiki, and like they really helped get it started because when the wiki started, nothing was recapped. Only the stuff they'd already recapped was down there, and it was a great help. And like up until the last episode of Embers, I was getting an email every week or whatever week of the recaps. Yeah,
their recaps.
They were,
sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like how important they were to the wiki and to me and to the community. Yeah.
Yeah, they've really helped everyone keep up to date with the campaigns that have been happening, helped the players remember what the heck is going on. How many times have you seen players at a D&D session be like, wait, what happened last week for the first hour? These recaps that they've provided have been a godsend to the players, to the viewers, to everyone involved, except for me, who always remembers what happened last time and definitely doesn't need the wiki or the recaps to remember what's going on. I'm immune to their necessities and help.
How many days in a month now?
And that's it for our stream today, everybody. Thanks for coming out for the Werewolves of Ashfires. We are out. We'll catch you later. Links are still active. You can still donate. Bye-bye, everyone. Good night. Thank you so much.
Bye.